In the 90s, we got a lot of Star Trek action figures, but some of them we didn't get. We didn't even get a Queen Borg. Let's look at some Star Trek figures we almost got. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. And boy, if I got one for you today. I'm going to tell you about some Star Trek toys that we didn't get in the 90s, but we came very close because a lot of them were shown at Toy Fair in the 90s, but they just didn't go into production. And a lot of these are going to be from First Contact, an action figure line that I really don't like, although I love the movie. It's the best Star Trek movie. Don't even tell me about Wrath of Khan. It's good. Sure, it's good. It's no First Contact. But why I don't like First Contact figures? Because they took the scale up. Yeah, they made them bigger than they were to all the other figures they made in the line. It didn't go with the other. I don't understand. It has to be one of the dumbest decisions of toy companies ever done. They didn't even release a Borg Queen. Now, there was planned to release a Borg Queen. We'll look at that in a second. And yes, I do know they released a Borg Queen in the regular, smaller line. And thanks to some fans out there, we're about to get a Borg Queen. But I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. First, let's check out this role-playing gun, toy rifle, whatever you want to call it, we almost got. A phaser rifle. Remember this thing? I think it was in First Contact, am I right? I think I remember seeing Picard walk around with one of these, trying to make it so. And I've seen it on the show before. It looks really good. Now, this one here would shoot a light out where you can shoot your Borg figure. I guess the light wouldn't come out like a beam, you know, it was just kind of like laser tag or something, you know, or maybe the light gun for Nintendo or something, and probably made some different sounds. It would have been kind of cool. We did have a little hand phaser that came out. I would have liked this. This would have looked awesome. Could have hung up back here in the junk room and impressed the ladies when they came. I'm just playing. Ain't no ladies coming over to the junk room. No, they're not. But let's go to Deep Space Nine. I'll be honest with you, I never watched, well, I watched the first 2 seasons of Deep Space Nine, couldn't get into it, but everybody's like, keep going. It's like the first time you try an angle. You just got to keep going. You got to break through the wall. And I didn't. I need to, because even the Next Generation, which I love the Next Generation, the first 2 seasons are hard to get through. So I need to force myself to watch Deep Space Nine. But look at this. We almost got this. Cardassian class warship, and inside was sound chips and lit up. It looks pretty cool, even if I wasn't buying Deep Space Nine stuff. Well, I did buy the Deep Space Nine figures. One, I had to get old Brian to go with the Next Generation, and I was just buying anything Star Trek back then because I just loved Next Generation and I wanted all the figures to all the series and everything. Well, now these here did get released, but they're prototypes. I thought they'd be fun to look at. You got Guinan, Picard, and some other figures. There they are right there. How you like that? Now, as you know, Star Trek went bigger around this time, and they were going to do a series of 6-inch figures with a little base to stand them on, and there's a couple of different ones. Let's take a look. Here's Kirk from Mirror Mirror. Remember that episode when the evil Kirk got on board the Enterprise? And also in that 6-inch line was Khan. Remember him? There was also a Locutus of Borg for the 6-inch line, but it's just Picard cosplaying as a Borg. And Data would also be in the 6-inch line. And a 6-inch Queen Borg. That would have been kind of cool to have, but I wish it was more in the scale of the original figures. What about the classic bridge? TOS, the original series. Now, we did get a box set with the figures in it, but they also made like a play set. Check this out. Here it is, the play set of the classic bridge. I like this, and it seems like it's a little easier. I had the bridge for the Next Generation. It was kind of like in this egg-shaped dome, and it was kind of hard to get your hands in there and really play. Well, I didn't play with it. I was in my 20s, but, you know, set them up and everything. That would have been kind of cool. I wish they'd done that. Well, what about something sounds like it might be piloted by Crocodile Dundee? The Roundabout. We almost got it, and it would light up and make sounds and be kind of cool and everything. It looks really neat. I wouldn't mind having this one, the Roundabout. Now let's look at another 6-inch. I should have just grouped with the other ones, but it was in a different box, so I didn't. It's a 6-inch Borg. Check this out. Borg drone. Look at this Borg. Man, he looks like he's ready to go to Subway and kick some butt. Wild figures we didn't get from the original series. Well, it's this guy that's half white, half black. I can't remember, Bill, I think is his name. I can't remember his name. Billy, Bally, something like that. But anyway, I think it was played by the guy that played the Riddler in the Batman TV show. His face was like black on one side and white on the other side, and all his friends had white on the other side and black on the other side, and it was, you know, it's trying to show you how crazy people get hung up about race and color of people's skin. But check this out. We almost got a figure of it. right there. That would have looked kind of cool. At least I think so. You want to see a 12-inch? I'm not going to show you my 12-inch, but what about a 12-inch from the original series line? And it's related to vampires. Here it is, Assault Vampire. I never really knew this thing's name. I've seen it before. I don't think I knew his name was Assault Vampire. Sounds like something should be in those Twilight movies. Now for the first contact figures, of course, like I said, we didn't get a queen. Also plan was a Data that was going to be half skin, half metal under the skin. I think that would have been kind of cool to have, but we didn't get it. As you can see in this picture, what it would have looked like. Again, I wish it was more to the scale of the figures in the line. It really drives me crazy because I love First Contact. And for some reason, they made all the figures bigger. Now, the queen was planned for later in the year, but I'm guessing they didn't do the queen, early because they didn't want to tease the look. But I think she was in the trailer, if I remember right. Maybe not. I can't remember for sure. But, we're about to get a queen. Yes, some fans are going to crowdfund it, and you can support them and add a queen Borg to your collection that fits right in with the First Contact figures. If you have those figures scaled the same, it looks just like the prototype that was going to release, it comes apart. In the movie, like her chest comes off, it does that. Just take a look at it. And first, let me say this isn't an endorsement. I'm not getting paid by the company to talk about it. They did reach out to me and tell me about it, and I thought it was really neat. But they've started a crowdfund to make this figure happen. They will need 250 orders, but it's an unproduced 6-inch Borg Queen. The name of the company is Spokestorm. Really hope I pronounced that right. Again, this is based on the actual prototype that we didn't get. And now, if they meet their goal of 250 orders, you can finally add it to your collection. It's scaled along with the other First Contact figures, and it's just like the other figures. The arms move the same, the legs are the same joints, and everything's all the same. Fits right into the line. Has a chrome spine. Glowing red area of each vertebrate. That sounds exciting. As I said, the other part does come off. Super detailed paint applied, including skin patterns, armor highlights, lowlights, and spine detail. This is expected to be released by fall 2024. It looks really cool. And I'll put a link in the description below so you can help crowdfund this, or maybe you're not even into Star Trek, but people are. You can show this and show them this how cool it would look. Because I think it's really neat. I think they've done, at least from what I've seen of it, really good job at this. Now, again, I'm not being paid by these people. They're not sending me a free one. I would take it if they did, but they're not sending me a free one. I just thought it was really cool that they were trying to bring this to life, the prototype we almost got. And who knows, maybe they'll bring that Data to life too. Well, anyway, that's a look at some Star Trek toys we didn't get, but we all wish we did.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.